Okay, this is my third attempt because this is so serious, and I think I should have wrote down some key points of this. A very important issue that's going to come into your life is help. I think people make it clear that you have to be careful who you help, but also you have to be careful of who you accept help from. Everybody is not you. You can help somebody with a clear conscience. They can go on if they hit the lottery tomorrow. You don't feel like they owe you anything. You're not going to hunt them down and need control and need to tell people about what they used to do, how they used to do, where they used to sleep. You're not going to have that haughtiness in you, but everybody doesn't have that. Some people don't have good lives, good vision, good connections with God. These people are going to use whatever they know about you against you. These people have intended on doing that before they even asked you for help. A lot of times, it's why people ask you for help so that they can get closer, a good closer view, connection, or hang on what's going on in your life. Some people want to go through your finances when you're gone, your paperwork, see what you have saved, your credit score. They're going to nudge at little different things like that. And it may not seem like a lot to you, but people don't have much. People don't have anything. Somebody may have stolen something from them. So, I mean, it's everything for them to put your name onto something. That they can't get their name onto, that they may have messed up or somebody else messed up. And also, when you're asking for help, you put yourself in a vulnerable situation. So if you have anybody, if you have a cat, if you have a dog, especially if you have children, you have to be very hesitant because people who don't respect you won't respect anything that you have. And when you're coming in a vulnerability of help, a lot of people don't know how to respect that. A lot of people want to use that. And a lot of people already see, well, hey, especially if you're like single or whatever. And now it's like, okay, well, you're going to be gone. I'm going to give you a place to stay. You don't know if they have cameras in that room. You don't know if they're going to find intentional reasons to go in that room when you're not there. What they're going to be working up and planning on to I don't know, to hurt you, to damage you, or anything that's attached to you. And you have to know that there's plenty of perverts out here. That's why a lot of people are hurt. People have been molested, men and women, for years. Almost everyone when they were a baby. I mean, even if they don't know it, if they don't say it, because who can remember that? And that's why a lot of people do that. Um, People are hurting. People had their manhood taken from them. People are questioning their manhood, womanhood. It's just a lot of things that's going on. So you cannot just trust everybody to help you. You cannot just accept help from everybody. Um, and then you have to know sometimes when people help you, they look at it as an open advertisement. I've had people, well, you trusted me with the information, so I guess they feel like it's justifiable for for them to trust somebody else with it. But it's like if that's the case, you would have made a public announcement. You would have did one of these. You would have put it in the news. Um, Everybody don't have, even if you made a mistake, you may have thought that this person was somebody you can trust, somebody who had a good story, who had something that you was actually inspired from, that you seen them build themselves up, or you thought was honestly your friends and family. But it doesn't work like that. Sometimes once you put stuff out there, they feel like it's public information, and they will publicly ridicule you. But most importantly, you're when you ask for help, you put yourself in a vulnerable situation, and anybody and anything that's attached to you, because everybody is not in their mental state. And when I speak of mental state, period, before we do anything, ask for help, have a relationship with anybody. We have to check people's mental health. We have to know people's patterns. It takes at least a year, sometimes 2 years to know people's patterns, to know what they do on Thanksgiving, to know what they do on Sunday mornings. Everybody has a pattern, and it's nothing that you're going to know in a week. You know, they could be on a break from a relationship they always go back to. And if you're just judging by that week, I mean, you could have been the most best thing in their life at that certain time. We just have to know people. A lot of people are out here mental illness. Like I said, a lot of people have been abused. if not sexually, emotionally. A lot of people saw a lot of things that they were told was the way that you do things and handle things, and it's not. And you're wondering why you're always unsafe and always uncertain and always whatever, when other people are out here just jumping through lilies and flowers and stuff and skipping and having good credit scores and meeting good men and stuff. A lot of it is stuff that was taught to you to keep you down. But the most important thing I just wanted to say, people make it clear that you have to be careful who you help. I think it's kind of reciprocal when you're helping somebody because they're both pretty vulnerabilities. Because if you let me in your house to help me, you still have access, to how I think, who I call, all my documents and stuff, versus if I let you in my house to help you. You have additional access to, what time I come, what time I go. So just be careful. Just know that there are people, the Bible tells you people are here to kill, steal, and destroy. Doesn't necessarily tell you what they want to destroy. Sometimes it's just your character. But all that's honestly before they try to destroy you. So the ultimate goal is always your life and your soul, even if they don't know it. That's even if they don't, because they don't think that you're going to succeed. They don't think that you're strong. And the minute that you accomplish that, it's always going to be a next step. When you break up with somebody and they hurt you as bad as they can hurt you, and you forgive them, that was bad. They're not going to just repeat that or go a little bit low. They're going to go high, and they're going to go higher. So it always just gets worse. So with that being said, just be careful. Just know that there are a lot of people out here, and they use help as a way. We see it on the news all the time. The hand that rocks the cradle. Stepdaddies coming in pretending they're about to be the new daddy. The daddy always wanting the child with them. Just nasty. You know what I'm saying? Just all sorts of scenarios. Teachers. There's always somebody, the babysitter, the nanny, the child service lead, whoever has that extra connection that they don't need to have, that extra control. People want to be people's God. People want to be people's, even when you say daddy, they really want to be people God. And people want to keep you low so that they can use you. And often it's for something nasty. It's for something evil. Even if you can't see it right then, a lot of times that's what grooming is leading to it later. Leading to it to when it's safe. Leading to it when they have enough people convinced that they just wanted to help you. They were just concerned about you. And you can see that when they're overly concerned about things that don't even make sense. When they're agitated because you have a boyfriend now. When they're agitated because anything like that. Boyfriend, sex, not in a manner to help you or actually care about you, just because a lot of these people want to be the person who violates you, and they're sick, a lot of these people already had the mindset when you first came to their door. Sometimes it has to just be worked up. They have to find a vulnerable situation, a time to get you alone, a time that people think that you just are that you were really just concerned about this individual. And it's sad that I know this as not as a person, but as a victim, and also because there's so many, there's so many areas that I wanted to go into where I could help people, where I noticed that the people are not really helping people. The people are turning them against people and secluding them so that they can be abused for the first or second time or whatever the scenario is. But I notice a lot of this comes in help. I could go on and on, but then, like I said, whatever the role is, people pretend that people get these jobs and these positions because they say they want to help. But if you notice, it's usually over the people that they victimize, whether it's race, whether it is, like I said, teaching, whether it is children. A lot of the people who work with children, that's why they work with children, A lot of people who work with and want to oversee black communities is because some of them don't really like the people in the black community. They want to to correct them. They want to have a reason to have force against them. Then even like I said, some teachers sometimes they want to keep it predominantly white. People are driven. People are not doing stuff just because they have good hearts out here. There are a few, and there are a few that are tricked because they don't understand that they are not their victims. So yes, if somebody has racial issues, they're not going to have one that's not the race that they have an issue with. Um, Whatever the scenario. If it's a man who doesn't like women, so he's going to probably be overly trying to gain trust of other men. But the key is he's going to be disrespectful or overly concerned with women. Somebody who broke up with somebody, you'll see that they're always obsessed and stalking their pages, and they're pretending like they're mad and look what they're doing. They're being a slut or this or that. And they ain't really doing none of that. It's just that it gives you an excuse when people are wondering, why are you still watching her? Why are you still studying her? It gives you an excuse. And honestly, the card, it shows your horns if a person has good sense or what they say is woke. But a lot of people are not. A lot of people are just, they want to feel also that they are better than these people who they think are lower than them. And I don't want to say victims, but they already have their mind set up. People have already convinced them. They just will go with whatever goes, whatever flows. And a lot of people, they don't want to be the victim themselves. So they're accepted as somebody. Everybody wants to get home to their family and provide for their family and do for their families. I just feel like we should get to a point where nobody's is better than the next. Yours is more important to you, but you can't be out here trying to make people lose their job, lose their sanity, lose their mentality, and then go home and just praise because nobody's making you lose yours, or nobody's trying to tell on you, snitch on you, or hurt you, or try to get you to lose yours for whatever reason, Like I said, that goes to all sorts of issues. Because like I said, if things switched around with racial issues, if people were only attacking this race, they would have a big fit because they want to get home and raise and take care of their families and do the things that they got to do, but they have no consideration for that people that they hate have the same thing going on, and they deserve it just as much as they do. I think that answers almost everything because race is also a control issue. Everybody just wants to control and be in control. Too many people want to be in control and know it all and be over and have people or a group of people, a sex of people that they can downgrade so that they can feel good about themselves. But please be careful who helps you, even with organizations, anything. Keep your stuff personal. And when people get too personal and too comfortable with asking things and being in your business and making jokes that's not funny and intruding, it's time to go. It's overly time to go because once the people start crossing barriers, they just look for more. They discard anything, and then you start as I don't know. Let's just put it this way. Even like being without, like there's some people can still be strong and I commend them, but when you are without things that made you strong, made you feel beautiful, nourished you, like there's only certain things that I can eat. There's only sometimes there's certain I don't really wear makeup. Certain lipsticks that I feel like look cute on me, or lip gloss or something. When you can't even afford just the basic things that used to make you happy, there's a humbleness in you that's way below that you do feel like people who can afford those things and who are smelling are happier than you, and it kind of humbles you down to the point below humble where you feel like people are above you. And that control and power people need, people thrive on. That's why I think one time on Tony said that on Girlfriends, I didn't understand it, that how you can't be strong because people use your weakness against you. People, when they see that they can hit a spot, that's why they want to know what's going on in your life. When they can hit a spot that hurts you, that you're ashamed of, they will consistently dig on it. They will consistently expose that. So you have to be to the point where nothing are you ashamed of? You have a good clean slate. If not, you apologize to God. You apologize to yourself, your family. You accept apologies, acceptance that you get and you don't get, and you can move forward. Because if not, if people see, some people want to help you when you're feeling low, but 1,000 more people want to keep you low because now they feel that they are above you, especially if they have something against somebody who is your race or your sex, or come from somewhere that you came from, or hell, out here, even if you're American, you know, they might be in America, but they don't like Americans. So anything that they can do to hold a person down, some of these people are darker than you, but they don't like black folks. I'm telling you, it's all sorts of weirdness out here. There's some people out here just like you. Some people out here, your sisters and twins and stuff, Cain and Abel, you know. So I think a lot of reasons I fell into things is people are not being realistic. A church is not being realistic. You know, I thought that if you be good to others, people be good to you. I thought things were happening because people were bad or they did something bad. Nope, nope. I got attacked more. People got attacked from associating with me more. Different things. People don't want to friend them or promote them because people fear good people. Bad people is doing what people want you to do. People, there's a system. They can make money off of you going to jail and doing this and this and falling and failing and never getting back up. And it's very expensive being poor. Very expensive. You're paying way more than somebody who has money. People who have money are maintaining same bill, same price. Poor, you are pulling it. You're going to get it, especially to survive and fight. You're pulling it from wherever you can pull it from. You're paying double, you're paying triple. In stores, it's the same way. You think you want to be saving money because you want to buy one, is actually saving money if you buy a pack, 3 or 4. That's what Costco's here for. So I don't know. I think I dropped a whole lot of knowledge in one thing, but all I want you to do is be safe. If you can help yourself first, if you can maintain what you have first before you even get to the low point where you need help, and you can't help people if you maintain it. You need to be above maintaining, so that if something happened, everything needs to be insured. So if something happened, you not as low as the people or as down as the people that you help. Because I promise you, just because you help people, no, 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 they will be the first people who gonna laugh. They gonna probably be up. They probably was just playing. You know, they probably had stuff, and they ain't gonna give you nothing. Not a dime. They ain't gonna offer you nothing. They felt that you was haughty. They felt that you was better than them. Some people do that, but a lot of people are good people, and they will assume you will be their competition, their op, just because they could not compete with you the way that they thought, just because you would not be the person that they thought, and they assumed that you didn't stay in your little box. These people will hate you. They will watch you. They will laugh, take pictures. These people are sick. So do not go low trying to prove that people will help you, people will be there for you, or anything like that. Don't ever go that low, okay? Just always maintain. If you got to get a second job, if you have to be more stern with your children so that they know not to let people in, if you need to just install security cameras or something like that. If you need to move and relocate, whatever you need to do to survive and be mentally sane, and don't bring in people in your life that are not mentally sane, or not going to some sort of therapy, reading some sort of just you have to be sane. You have to be sane so that you're not snapping, and you're not going to drugs and different things like that, or being driven by sex or things like that. But anyway, all I wanted to say is don't don't just be cautious of who you help. Be careful of who helps you, because I've noticed that I was in a down spot, and they want to drive like that was just going to be forever. That was just going to be it. Out doing good, doing better, but there's people who don't want to accept it. And the first thing some people like, do you need help? No, if I ever needed help, I would ask for it. Most of the people who are offering it, not only did I not need it, I didn't want it from them. You know, I'm single. There's a lot of men out here. I don't want every other man. I don't want to share a man. Everybody don't qualify. Just because I might be hungry, you know, but that don't mean that I'm gonna eat everything that you put in front of me. You know, there's still certain things that I like, that I have a taste for. But people who don't respect you, they just want to assume, or they want to use your vulnerabilities and assume you'll take anything. You'll accept anything because you need it. So be careful who you're telling people you need or what you need. Because people take it the wrong way. They'll know better, but they will